of sus. Why would you do that anyway? Wait, Rory, did you gain like a bunch of followers when you did that? Surely you did. The whole chat loved you. That's Loki aura, bro. I wish I could watch that.
In the 2.8 million years
Yes, W, bro. No, on everything I hope you blow up.
Been made within the last 200. And today we enjoy unprecedented levels of technology that is
doing that. If Twitch sees you doing good, they will ban you. Nah, yeah, I hate that. Yeah.
Help the worldwide lifespan reach roughly.
That's just so dumb. That's so dumb.
73 years.
What's it? Yo, hi, my name's David, and David, what are you doing? David.
That has helped the worldwide lifespan reach roughly 73 years.
David, what were you thinking? Daz, man. Is that real? How did they didn't have cameras back then, that's fake.
And this is reflected by the shockingly low lifespans seen across time.
What? At birth, like you're most likely to die? I almost died when I was born. I'm just here because I just got through it.
It was between 27 and 30 years old. In classical Greece, 25. The Bronze Age, 26. And during the Neolithic period, it got as low as 20.
Chat, I asked chat. Yo, what's better? Uber Eats. I've never tried Deliveroo, but Uber Eats is my #1 shit, bro. I love Uber Eats. Big up Uber Eats. Even though I don't like the last 2 times I've ordered Pepe's, I've had to wait 1 hour 40 and 2 hours. Uber Eats, come on now, bro. No, I'm moving to Just Eat.
Yet this being said, Homo sapiens, or modern humans...
Chat, what's it called? I've heard, what's it called? This is my thing. See how every generation, like you die at 80 and then 100. I reckon we'll be able to live for time. Either 2 things will happen. We'll either start dying like less, so like it'll go from 80 to 70 to or just start going 100, 120. Gee, I'll be real. I just went Uber Eats and it said £8 delivery fee, so I had to go Deliveroo and order my Subway. Subway, 7 o'clock, dude. What the frig is this doing? Oh.
I've had it relatively easy compared to other human species.
I've never tried anything other than Uber Eats. Big up Uber Eats though. So, come on, dude.
This is something you should be eternally grateful for, as life as an early human was sometimes downright bull.
That's not real.
It's not too uncommon for.
So it should be free Deliveroo.
Paleontologists to unearth an early human specimen who died under very grisly circumstances.
Chat, if that was me, I'd... What the frick? Get a room. Chat, was we actually... I swear we was like strong... Okay, dude. Surely you can at least blur it out. You blurred out their armpits. Oh wait, no, that's their boobies. But still, come on, dude.
It seems that many Homo species suffer such lives. But one study in
particular
under 15 found that a certain group, the 2-million-year-old Homo habilis...
All you gotta do is get some lettuce and chicken and you're chilling.
...had it almost comically bad. And died so often so young that the majority of individuals didn't even live long enough to see their teen years.
So I actually want to know, yeah. So say all this we're Homo sapiens, right? Say all like the other guys, like the Stone Age peoples, yeah. How do we go from that to like tall ass buildings? Like I can't even. What can't I do? Chat, oh my gosh, chat. No, let me just tell you a story time from earlier. Okay. I was at my dad's, right? So bunk beds, right? Freaky out bunk beds. See this? Okay, for example, this bunk bed. See this bunk bed? How do I zoom in? So isn't there like a little magnified thing? What the riz? What the hell? Okay, see this bed, right? See this little thing here? Like the little hole, the gap. I have a habit where on my bunk bed as well, I put my foot through the gap. Just because, right? It's just an instinct, I don't know why. I put my foot through that gap, right? And I have a bad ankle, so it's swollen. I couldn't get it out, bro. I was sat there for 20 minutes trying to get it out. We had to unscrew the thing, Bro, I was just sat there eating a burger, right? I'm not even joking. My whole foot was stuck in there. I couldn't take it out. Bro, look at dick. Look at dickhead. I was sat in there. I could not pull out. Horrible pull out game. Come on, bro. Look. My foot was full stuck. I will show you the video, but I didn't have socks on. If you guys want to see that, I got my head stuck. Oh my god. No, my friend, right? My friend got, obviously, swings, baby swings. What are they called? You know the swings where it's like baby swings. Somebody he jumped in and he couldn't get out. He had to call the fireman. How can you be so dumb?
The average lifespan having been estimated at about just 12 years old, so more than 6 times less than the current average. And
Yo.
what's crazy is that chances are
So these guys somehow managed to make like big ass buildings, and we get stuck in little baby swings. Come
it
on,
was
bro.
even lower, as the study looked at 26
What the
random
riz? My
specimens
turn.
and noted a lack of neonate and infantile individuals.
Monkey?
heavily
That's a monkey right
suggesting
there.
that
That's
the
not a human.
mortality rate was in reality much higher, and thus the life expectancy even lower.
So how can your school be so fucked? What did he actually do in his life to? What the fuck? What? And how do we get? No, that's fake. We didn't. How do we get this picture?
Than 12 years old.
That's fake.
Such a fast and short life makes the Homo habilis the last human species you'd want to wake
Homo?
up as.
No, I'm
and
not homo.
represents possibly the worst time to have
Is
ever
that-
been a human overall. Which thus begs the question, why were their lives so utterly brutal?
Hey, you know,
Well,
there was like a little time period, right, where there was like from 5,000 to 10,000 humans on Earth, and like we was getting hunted by this one species. Yeah, mad.
Only for them,
Look at these freaky ass dudes. That was us once. Rory's. Okay, I'm not saying that. These were these freaky ass dudes. Yeah, this is us. That's Harley. Is it racist if I say that's Rory? That's the big three right there.
the answer is that virtually everything was stacked against them, including their very own bodies.
Why doesn't
as
he have a
Homo
willy?
habilis was
Is
one
that
of
his
the
willy?
smallest humans to have ever lived, possibly averaging under
big
4
three.
feet or 1.2 meters, making them 32% shorter than
Big ass dude.
ourselves, and in the best case, weighing just 60% of what we do. Such a small body
just not
obviously
science.
made them quite vulnerable to injuries.
Gotta let the big three go.
And to add fuel to the fire,
over.
they didn't even have
You know what
any
the group
notable-
chat's called? You know what the group chat's called? The big three and the lonely wolf. Because I'm the lonely wolf. That's fine.
robustness to their skeletal
What the
structure
fuck? He's missing an arm.
that would have at least helped
Wait,
them compensate
isn't this bone is like where you get attached to? So how does he just have a floating
for
bone?
their lack of size. And it's likely that they experienced at least one serious fall throughout their life
They
because
need
they were
jobs
partially
real.
arboreal,
What we did ask. Wait, what we
meaning
did
they
ask
spent a
about?
good chunk of their lives in trees. And given that chimps often experience at least one major fall throughout their lives, the same
No!
can reasonably be said for Homo habilis, especially
Freaky
since
out,
they
dude.
weren't as well
What
adapted
the
for
fuck? Why is his bum all
climbing
poking out?
compared to chimpanzees.
Ew! Get that off my
Although,
screen.
relative to other humans, they were more ape-like overall, a result of them having been one of the first of our kind to enter the scene, with an existence that spanned from 2.3 to 1.65 million years ago. Some of these ape-like features included longer limbs and
Boobies,
slightly
man.
apish
Wait,
extremities.
she's Loki got. What's with the line? What the fuck? That's like a one head. Wait, no, we need a new update. We need the update for this because this is OP, and you can like customize how far. Nah, that's OP.
that allow them to better grip while climbing.
Ew,
and
that
swing
guy's-
from
that's
branch to
not me.
branch. Now,
I kind of
possessing
wish
the
I was a
ability
monkey,
to
bro.
climb
No, monkeys are so cool because they just do what they want. Saggy our boobies, dude.
is of course very useful, especially when surrounded by predators. And in
No.
most cases, it lets
No.
animals easily avoid danger,
Harley.
therefore prolonging their life.
R.I.P. Harley.
However, in the case of the habilis, the benefits
Oh,
of this
shit.
ability were
Oh, that's the last thing you want to see when you go into the shop.
largely negated, as it was paired
Oh,
with
shit,
the
he's
worst
celebrating as
possible
well. Nah,
diet.
he knew. Don't
Carnivorism.
celebrate too early though.
Now, you'd think that a human living on a
That's just racist right there.
plant would be strictly vegetarian, but the habilis actually exhibited one of the higher levels of meat eating seen in humans, reflecting
Wait, what am I? Emma's a judge. Oh yeah, you're a judge. When I die, I want to come. Moms. No, I'm not even joking. I want to come back as like a what's it called? Ape. Apes real. Apes are real, right? Yeah, apes. That's not a fucking ape. The apes that I know are apes, like humanoids. Planet of the Apes is one of the top 10 movies. Don't care. This dude is an ape. This dude right here is an ape. Whatever I just saw isn't a fucking ape. Like, this dude is an ape right here. But you know what isn't an ape? These dudes aren't apes. That's a fucking orangutan. That's a gorilla. That's a little baby chimp. I don't see no apes up in this. Oh, that's an ape right there. Yeah, that's an ape right there. I want to be this guy. He's strong as hell. Yeah, I want to be that guy. Wait till we realise films aren't real. But that's pretty much an ape, dude. I know, bro. I want to be an ape.
by their
See, like swing. Nah, apes are so cool.
incisors that help them cut
Apes
through
just
meat,
aura fun.
and their proportionally giant mandibles
Wow, that
that were
guy's ugly.
thicker than those of any living ape or human, which allowed them to generate more torsion.
See, apes are real, bitch.
mandibles that were thicker than those of any living ape or human, which allowed them to generate
Nah, I'll just
more
be a normal monkey.
torsion
Moms, I don't want to be on no freaky shit. I'll just eat plants and just swing. That's so fun.
and stress while biting, and thus
And
help
deep it, if you're a chimp or like an ape and you go into Pepe's steal all the food, what are they gonna do? What are they gonna do? I'll be out of there. Nah, I'm chilling.
helping to rip meat off of a body. This being said, they did also eat a lot of fruit and vegetables, but their meat-rich diet ultimately forced them to leave the safety
There's
of
no
trees
meat on that bone.
routinely,
What's the point?
a problem exacerbated by their fondness for fish, which brought them close to water, and thus the dangers within. And it wasn't just meat that was the problem.
Chat, would you rather be stuck in the middle of space or the middle of the ocean? But like you got, if you're in space, you got lost out of a spaceship, so you have like the oxygen tank. Which one?
But also how they got it. As for some reason, Homo habilis
There's a little bit
decided
of
to
meat on that.
specialize in
Why are they breaking
scavenging,
it?
of all things.
Oh, to a
Which is
weapon.
almost funny considering their
Ocean.
small size,
Oh,
lack of
like door. No, yeah, no, I hear that. But would you? Yeah. But like, if you suffocate, just swim. No, you're in the middle of like there's no land anywhere. You're gonna die before you will get like cramps and shit, and you'll die. And then, but that's scary. Like when I say you're in the middle of the ocean, you're like in the middle on the surface. You're not being like a little scuba diver shit. Like you're in the middle, dude. And then like not even for animals, you can't swim that far. But okay, but that means you either drown, you're dying either way. You either drown or you like suffocate. I would rather suffocate. What I do? I don't know. I actually don't
large
know.
muscles and limited technology that consisted
I've
of
drowned
simple
before,
stone
almost.
tools. In other words, they did not have much to help them secure kills. And one group of paleontologists found that at best, they would only be able to reliably defend carcasses from jackals and cheetahs.
Oh yeah, these guys are
This
fucking
meant
ass. These guys are shit.
Basically nothing though, as Homo habilis, who lived in East and South Africa, was surrounded by not one, but multiple large carnivores that would frequently show up to contest carrion. And to make
Why don't
matters
you just
worse,
eat it?
these
Why don't you just eat it so they can't get it, dude?
same predators also routinely preyed on the habilis themselves, as these early humans were, for lack of a better term,
That guy's-
easy pickings.
No, I need to go show you guys a video. What's it called? Dancing Monkeys? Bro, this video is actually OP. Oh yeah! Oh shit! No, this is OP. I searched up in school. This is how I found out. Like 2 years ago. You're telling me you wouldn't want to be this guy. Tell me you wouldn't want to be this guy. If you tell me no, then you're lying. You don't want to be this guy right here. Look at that. Look at that guy. That guy's way happier than me, I can promise you.
And so, if you are a Homo habilis, you can be sure that on the daily, you live under the constant threat of being picked off by a very diverse range of different carnivores. That, mind you, each had their own
Whoa.
unique, terrible way to dispatch you. So I guess at least there's some
Chat,
variety.
panthers are cool as hell as well.
For now, direct evidence of interactions between predators and habilis are quite rare. But when looking at time and general vicinity, over 30 potential predators have been identified, with large cats in particular having had a profound impact on destroying their lifespans. One of the most
Chat. Back in this type of day, it was just a free for all, bro. Live or die. You just everywhere you go, there's just a scrap. Everybody's running fades. Everyone, like you go there, there's a jaguar fucking up an elephant. Yeah, the next thing you know, there's a gorilla fighting a monkey. It's just fade central. You have nowhere. Like, how did it go from fade central to Dubai? Actually just let me know. I wanna. I actually want to know. Of evolution of the world. I guess. No, I don't want to watch I guess. Why would I want to watch I guess, dude? No. History of the world, yes. Come on. Yeah, no, I'm not watching 2 hours. Why am I? I expected more. Come on, bro. No, dude. Can't you just like have a little Earth law? I don't want to time. Okay, of the ape, I guess. Of the generations. Wait, is that cooking right there? German flag. Who wants to know that shit? Generations. How do you spell generations? Spelling bee. Wait, spelling bee just come in handy, right? No, like, no. No, it's so over. Guess it's just this then, huh? Guys, has my screen? Hello?
One unique, terrible way to dispatch you. So I guess at least there's some are quite rare to fight. With large cats in particular,
I've
and
watched
around-
this door.
just waiting to dig into the flesh of any unsuspecting
Look!
Homo
Like, this
habilis.
whole part of the thing
Once
is
pinned,
literally
the
just
habilis would
fuck up central. Like, the only way you can get out of this alive is just by getting fuck it.
then get to experience an array of sharp and
We got a
serrated
massive
teeth,
Mac update.
including
Oh yeah, baby! Update me. Oh yeah, baby. Update me. Okay.
canines
We
no
never
seam into
VC
their
though.
throat,
That's just not
severing
cool.
major arteries and nerves, and fortunately leading to unconsciousness within seconds. However, unfortunately, there's also the chance
We will.
that an unlucky victim would have had to experience the more rare, but
We had a little trim. Oh, that lineup's insane.
much more terrifying killing method of having its entire head virtually covered by
Yo!
the attacking saber-toothed cat. And miraculously, this actually happened to a known human
Oh,
specimen
look at! Oh my gosh! In his eye. No, that's nerfed. That's gotta be nerfed.
who had puncture marks to its occipital bone.
In
In
his
other words,
what
the back of its head. But what's
I fucked
crazy
that guy
is that
up.
the
I
angle of the
fucked.
bite confirmed that the attack did not come from the back, but rather the
Ha!
front.
He don't want the smoke on my mom's. Look at his face. He's gonna spray and pray. No, he has no hope.
Which basically means the Meganterion put the entire
Weren't we, like,
human's
fast
head
as
in
shit,
its
though?
mouth.
Like, couldn't we
The
like
idea is that on
spray
top
him?
of causing skull and brain damage,
Look
such
at
an
that.
attack could kill by completely smothering the victim's nose and mouth with a saber-toothed jaw, leading to suffocation. And in a case
what?
of more bad news for our distant relatives, the Meganterion had a very healthy appetite for Homo habilis.
Oh,
much
okay, so
in
we-
fact that it literally altered the
Bad
carbon
RNG, I
isotope
guess.
levels, which directly shows us that it was even more of a human killer than other animals that are associated with hunting primitive humans, such as the Dinofelis, which I should also mention coexisted with Homo
This
habilis.
is no. What? 7 minutes 12. No, yes, 7 minutes 12 seconds of this video. It's just the earlier versions of us just getting fucked up by jaguars. Like what? We're just not.
Presumably
I thought we was
hunted.
OP, fast and strong. Like what are we?
It as well. And to add fuel to the fire, there was also Homotherium and Machairodus lurking around too.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Which is very unfortunate.
What the
as la-
fuck?
latter
Oh,
happened
yeah,
to be
nah.
one of the largest felids to have ever
good.
existed, with some species reaching 405 kilograms or 893 pounds, comparable to both the Smilodon and male polar bears. At this size, it's not hard to imagine that even a well-placed paw swipe could take out an individual,
Oh no.
especially since
we
many
know.
victims seem to be targeted while young. And avoiding death by Machairodus would have been surprisingly difficult, because despite its great size, the Machairodus was a better jumper than many of the smaller, more agile cats.
We're
as
just
its legs were
shit.
too short to pursue long chases.
We are
which
just.
indicates that it relied
Wow,
on powerful
we-
jumps
we're
in order
just-
to catch prey.
Look at that.
Which is all to say that
And that's
escape by
recent as
climbing a
well.
tree was pretty much out of the question.
This is what we were going against. Oh no. Okay.
Meanwhile, while smaller, the Homotherium still
Oh,
stood out
that little guy's cute as hell. No, because I bet that guy's half our size as well.
as a
that
notoriously
guy
bad
comes up to
animal
here as
for
well.
a habilis to get caught by, as its canines and incisors were shortened but broader than what's seen in other saber-toothed cats.
That is horrible.
Transforming them into powerful puncturing weapons.
Oh, no, we
that also
know.
benefited from crenulations. In other words, irregular serrations that were wavy, creating a one-of-a-kind bite
Yeah,
that
obsidian.
both sliced and punctured simultaneously. And now,
Wow.
while these cats were definitely a menace to hapless society, they were not the only group notorious for shortening their lives.
Okay, no.
As
Who
another
else?
family of predators that love to snack
Oh,
on our ancestors
hyenas.
were hyenas.
Yeah.
Like the cats, there were also multiple different hyenas that went after hominids. But there were two that really stuck out. Those being the Chasmoporthides and Pachycrocuta.
What are these names?
Now,
Whoa!
in typical unlucky habilis fashion, the Pachycrocuta
Whoa!
happened to be one of the largest hyenas of all time, with specimens
Okay,
not
thanks.
only averaging the size of a lioness, but also possessing a bone-crushing bite that is likely one of the strongest pound-for-pound bites
Oh,
of any
okay. So we were the Chihuahuas of dogs. Okay, no, okay, yeah.
terrestrial mammal. This unusually powerful bite was also problematic not just because it would absolutely destroy you,
Doesn't seem that
but
high.
also because
Doing no
the
damage.
ability to crack bones meant easy access to bone.
What is that turtle? That's
And
not
thus
real.
it's likely that Pachycrocuta
What?
should have killed a
Chill.
lot of carcasses. Not a great thing for our scavenging ancestor. And then when you add in the fact that Pachycrocuta
Yeah.
likely hunted in packs, you suddenly have a whole serving and a half of death.
Yo, just let it go. Like, look at him trying to run away. Your whole body's just hanging. Look at that. Just accept it, man. Get it over with.
And if caught, you'd also have to worry about the fact that in many situations,
That dude low-key
hyenas
got
will
fucked up a
literally
little bit,
eat their
though.
prey alive, which is something that I at least personally would want to avoid. And this problem would have actually been worse with the
Oh no,
Chasmopithecus,
that's not
a
nice.
smaller, yet in some ways
Come on,
scarier
man. Pick
kind
up
of
someone your
hyena.
own size, bitch.
This was a member of an informal group of hyenas who are touted as being dog-like, meaning they are more
I would fuck
gracile
them.
and nimble, likely prowling
I would.
around in
I
large
would not.
packs. This more fragile size might sound like good news,
What?
but it really isn't.
What
The
is
small
that?
but giant packs of dog-like hyenas eating you is definitely vastly more
Wow,
painful than
that's not a pack. That's a whole fucking army.
getting one and done by a giant.
What the fuck? Surely that's their like shadow clones or something. What the hell? Oh yeah. Oh no, because that's a pack. All right.
Giant one. But the real issue wasn't this aspect of the Chasmoporthides, but rather its limb construction, which reflected adaptations designed for extreme speed, bearing a strong resemblance to the legs seen in cheetahs.
Look at that.
These
Oh
things
no.
have
Okay,
been
so they're
nicknamed
rapid as well.
the
So
running
hyenas
or
are
hunting
big.
hyena. The major problem with this is that Homo habilis
We can just about run. Look at this.
running or hunting hyena. The major problem
Oh,
with
we
this
can just about run. Okay.
is that Homo habilis, on the other hand, was not a very good runner, and
Oh, no, we
best
know.
could achieve a certain degree of endurance running.
I thought it was OP and like okay.
And to add to their misery, these hyenas were also hypercarnivores,
Yeah, what's good, little big boy?
meaning that over 70%
How you doing,
of
bro?
their calories came from meat alone, a diet they enacted through their
They're
razor-sharp
not really
teeth
scared to
that
eat
strangely had
scary teeth.
edges shaped like those of a big cat. But as bad as these guys sound, they were nothing compared to what
Okay,
lurked
why was he
water
in the water anyway? You're him.
of the Homo habilis' environment. Giant crocs.
Surely you can just drink it.
In other words, a nightmare for our ancestors.
We know.
Considering that, as
We
mentioned,
know.
they had a fondness for fishing, and not with a fishing rod or spear, but
Yo!
rather with their hands.
Oh, that's a catfish.
Which almost makes it seem like they wanted to be hunted down by crocodiles. And let's just say, these crocs were more than happy to oblige.
Oh no, we know.
The most notable kinds back then happened to have belonged to the same genus of crocodile alive today, the Crocodylus. That being
Crocodilus.
said, you would not have to worry about confusing them for any living species.
Is it? Okay, so yeah, we just have crocodiles just bigger than elephants just walking around. Okay, no.
As these ones were utterly giant, with the two largest
He's a bit
being the
stronger, that's
Crocodylus
greedy.
thorbjarnarsoni and the
What?
Anthropophagus.
Come on,
Now,
bro.
you may be wondering about the anthro part of the latter's name, and the reason for it is because this croc loved to eat people, leading to a name which literally means human eater. And of course, as such, we have direct evidence for its humanly diet. As in one formation alone, 2 juvenile habilises were found with severe damage to their legs and feet that matched the teeth of this crocodile,
No,
those-
that's bad Bifrost though.
showcasing how they would
We win
seemingly
that.
target the legs while springing ambushes,
Wow.
proceed to kill them by either drowning them or using a death roll to literally rip their limbs off.
What the hell is that?
Which apparently happened in both of these two cases. In other words, not a pleasant way to go out.
Oh no, we know.
And fighting back was not an option, as Anthropophagus was covered in very sturdy armor, and was even larger than your normal saltwater crocodile, with adults
Wait,
reaching a length
do you reckon like a Minecraft character, Neverite armor, Neverite like full enchanted everything would be one of these?
of 7.5 meters, or 25 feet, and
I
weighing around
think we
1.5
wouldn't.
tons. To just put that into perspective, the longest recorded extant croc, an individual named Lolong, only reached 20 feet or 6 meters.
Only?
and
Okay.
weighed just 1.1 tons.
How do we even catch that?
So as you can imagine, at this gargantuan
Oui.
size,
I was there.
Anthropophagus surely had one killer bite. which along with its human diet, makes it come off as one pretty devilish creature.
Wow.
Which is why it's
Okay.
perfectly
No,
fitting that it also possessed two prominent ridges or horns above its eyes.
Horns?
Not just
Okay,
lethal,
no.
but also
What?
visually terrifying.
We were just horrible at
However,
everything.
while it seems to have definitely been the most problematic croc for humans, it wasn't actually the largest, as that title went to the Thorbjornarsunni, a slightly older crocodile that also coexisted with the habilis.
What the hell
and
is
preyed
that?
on them during the earlier days of our ancestors' existence. Thankfully, it wasn't that much bigger than its younger counterpart.
What? Oh, you know, I'm thankful for that.
Having been about
Cro-
8 meters
look at
or
You know the name is bad when it's Crocodilus Thorbjornarsunni. Alright.
26.2 feet long.
2012?
But it's not that much of an upside.
Why am I
as that,
getting
of
so many
course, still
emails?
makes it the largest
Kaisenat,
crocodile
no, I'm not.
species ever
Kaisenat
discovered,
will email me
which
and
in
shit.
turn
You've
also
got my
makes it
number,
one
like.
of the biggest true crocodiles to have ever lived. And because its remains are so few and far
Aw,
between, there's a very good chance that it got even bigger. What was really unique about this predator, though, was its skull, as in addition to being gargantuan, it was also much broader than what's seen in other living crocodiles.
That is
Perhaps
horrifying.
being an adaptation to
Horrifying.
better grip and crush armored prey,
Hey, what's worse than a scary fry? A horror fry.
such as large turtles. Despite this
Aren't turtles like
specialization,
just OP
it
with
was
their
still
shells?
likely an opportunistic feeder, who no doubt fed on the occasional poor sod. In fact, the holotype for Homo habilis, a specimen dubbed OH7, may have
No,
been
they're
a
like
victim
human teeth,
itself, as its foot and leg bones bore large, broad, and deep puncture wounds that matched the teeth of a giant croc. And like the other fellows I mentioned
Ooh, that guy's
earlier,
end.
it seems that OH7 lost its limb in this violent attack, and also lost its life. But what's crazy is that things for this specimen were even more unfair than just this, as a certain group of researchers believe that it wasn't just attacked by a croc, but a mammalian carnivore as
Yo!
well.
No, what?
Because while analyzing the upper body,
Yo, chill.
paleontologists noticed that on its parietal bone, the holotype had shallow groove marks that did not match any bite seen in crocodiles, but rather the damage
Wow,
bore
penetrated his eyes, I
resemblance
guess.
to the bite of large cats, and thus leading
That's
to
not
the
human.
idea
Okay, we've
that
already
a
seen this photo,
leopard-sized
you-
mammal had taken a chunk out of OH7's head.
Who's
Ouch,
087?
to say the least. Although, it's not known for certain if this attack had been carried out after the specimen
You're
had
not
already
capturing
died,
him, bro. There you
or
go.
if this had been an earlier attack.
Oh, okay. So, oh no, he's running. It looks like he's behind him, right, chat? Chat, you can't tell me it looks like it looks like he's running away and he's like over here somewhere, like chasing him. And then these guys are just fucked.
that it managed to survive.
I'd actually run
While
away
this
from this guy.
question
I'd get
remains,
away.
it's clear
You
that these
stinky.
guys had many
Look how
predators
stinky
to
it
watch out for.
Is this real? This
And
is
of
real.
course,
That's real.
prehistoric cats, hyenas, and giant crocs were just the tip of the iceberg, as you also had many predators around that
We
are
had
still
more.
alive today,
Alright.
including various panthera,
Oh yeah, panthers.
canids, birds of prey, and snakes.
Birds. Come on, bro.
Snakes
Birds. Come on,
especially
man.
were likely another major component
Weren't
in
they like
explaining Homo habilis' short
20,000 feet?
lifespan. Because despite no direct evidence of attacks being known of,
Look
we
at
do
that.
know that in general,
Oh, yeah,
snakes
no,
and
I'm good.
hominids have a dicey relationship at best. And to this day,
That is
snakes cause
horrifying.
tens of thousands of deaths within Africa alone, with venomous
You got those
snakes
thorns on that tree, by the way.
being the worst perpetrators. While in uncontacted tribes, attacks by constricting snakes remain the highest source of mortality for specific
No, I'm actually.
groups. And some scientists believe that snakes were so problematic
What?
for early man that they essentially created an evolutionary arms race between the two, with enhanced
What the fuck? That's like an OP camel, and he's just spitting out poison. Ha! Nah, that's
visual
OP.
detection, possibly being an adaptation designed to better help us detect camouflaged snakes. Not to
Wow.
mention that primates in general may
No,
be
that-
literally hardwired to fear snakes,
Aww.
at least according to a few studies. So in other words, it's pretty much guaranteed that Homo habilis were also victims of serpents.
Really?
Now, the amount of predators that the habilis' diet forced them to confront was no doubt a travesty for them. Yet it wasn't just predators that descending the trees
Okay,
brought
so
them
how
into
did we do
contact
that?
with, as many territorial herbivores and omnivores that descending the
You're
trees brought them
These guys just have no hope. What are these guys trying to do? These guys aren't catching
into
shit.
contact with, as many territorial herbivores and omnivores were also found in great numbers, and included a variety of prehistoric
Ew.
rhinos, hippos, giant warthogs, elephantidae, giraffes,
School
and
of
bovids.
elephants.
Needless to say, these animals did not kill humans as often as
that
predators,
real?
but deaths still happened. And despite being lesser in numbers and diversity, herbivores and omnivores in present-day Africa cause a few thousand deaths per year across the board. And if forcing them
Chill
to
out.
confront vicious animals
real?
wasn't enough, then it's a
That
good
looks
thing
real.
that their diet's drawbacks went
Yeah,
even
that's real.
further than this, as it possibly also led to health problems, namely to the teeth. As of the 26 individuals studied, only about 40% had decent teeth, while the rest had severe wear and tear to their enamels, and chipped and cracked teeth.
Ew, dude.
And while this may not sound all that gloomy, it really is when you consider that the oldest specimen was only 25 years old. And there were even multiple
What?
examples of specimens who were under 10 that already had major dental problems.
Oh, well, obviously.
And to really exemplify this, one
Black eye
individual
teeth,
who
dude.
was 17 years old was found
Why
with
am I
a
getting? No,
history
I'm
so
actually getting
poor
so many
that it
emails.
was about
casting out
2
podcast.
times as bad as what you would expect to see in a modern elderly human who also had bad dental hygiene. This remarkable widespread level of damage was
Ew,
100%
dude.
caused by the diet of Homo habilis, but it was not necessarily a result of the scavenged meat. It could have been instead a combination of flesh, bone, and tough plant material that caused a lot of wear and tear. Plus, given their lack of offense, the habilis likely did not get the first pick when it came to food, which would have resulted in it having a limited choice and forcing people to eat whatever was available, even if it was no good for their dental hygiene.
Oh,
Another
that's
factor
kinda
in this
sad.
lack of choice, which in itself likely also contributed to even more deaths, was their environment and climate. As during the Pleistocene,
Okay, so can I actually ask like a real question? Why are they blurring it out? Just don't draw it on. Don't include it in the picture, maybe.
also contributed to even more deaths, was their environment and climate.
And also that's a bitch right there. Just okay, no.
As during the Pleistocene, Africa experienced a period of intense fluctuations in the climate.
I kind of want to
resulting in
like
coldness
go in
and increased
spectate mode
aridity
and
that made
spectate
food
this.
options very scarce, and even leading to systematic starvation. And it's believed that as the climate worsened, populations had to rely more and more on scavenging meat to supplement their caloric intake, which in turn led to again more deaths, as it brought them into contact with more predators, who also would have been more violent, as they too
Yo,
felt
we're
the
just
strains
so
of the
right, look, we're actually bad at everything.
ecosystem.
The second we get a kill, finally clutched up, we get like
And interestingly, but perhaps not that surprising, the competition that was
Just
created
stick
from
to
these
grass,
climatic
like.
changes may have also led the habilis to experience more fatalities at the hands of an animal it was very close to itself.
what?
I don't actually mean other habilises,
Oh.
although this was definitely a possibility,
Yeah.
but rather
Valid.
other humans.
Okay,
These
didn't we
habilis
just say
remains
that?
have been found in the same area of not just one, but 3 other Homo species,
Or what, like Crip
as
and
well as
Blood?
another hominin, with these specifically being Homo ergaster, erectus, and
That's a human
rudolfensis,
right there.
and the Paranthropus boisei, respectively. We are aware that interactions with these close relatives at least sometimes ended violently, as there is at least one known Paranthropus specimen who was definitely killed by a habilis, possibly even becoming food for it. Now in this particular instance, the
There we
habilis
are.
managed to secure the
There
dub,
we are.
yet with the other Homo species, it was likely at a severe disadvantage
Ew.
for a few reasons. Firstly, it was the smallest Homo species at the time, and the least adapted
Homo
for
habilis.
terrestrial life, so any confrontation on the ground would have been the home field for the others.
Look at that.
Secondly, the habilis unfortunately had the second smallest brain seen in any human,
These guys are just
With
fucking ass.
an average brain size of between 500 and 687 centimeters cubed, making it 25% smaller than the next smallest brained Homo species it coexisted with, the ergaster, while the erectus could sometimes have a brain
Whoa, that's a
literally
sus
double
name.
the size. This large
Erectus.
difference likely led to an intelligence gap between the habilis and its competitors, a notion partially reflected by the varying technologies that each species achieved. As for example, the erectus had access to controlled
He's OP.
fires, picks, knives, and cleavers,
We
which would
know.
have given them a huge edge during any fight, to say the least. And to make matters worse, despite not being a hominin, I will also mention that the ape Dinopithecus was likely a part of the fray as well. And in some ways, this creature was even more unsettling than multiple Homo species, as it was a
Can we?
giant
Can I actually ask why
that
there's
was
homo
closely
in our
related to
name?
baboons, and thus had giant fangs and would have been roped with large amounts of muscles.
Sus.
And when considering the fact that it could have been 3 times the size,
Look at that. No, I'm good.
Homo habilis.
I'm hopping on
We
Rocket
should
League after
probably
this one,
add this
actually.
guy to the already very long list of potential predators.
Rory, if you're still in stream, you could watch me
Ultimately,
quote.
it was a
I'm
very
SSL
tough
champ right
and
now.
unfair world
Which
to the
I'm
Homo
SSL.
habilis. And according to the original study,
Why like the
the
people,
worst
like
part
the
of an
out the
individual's
white
life
part
would
of
have
the
started at
eyebrow?
around age 10, when they entered a phase associated with maximum mortality.
Maximum
Though ironically,
Lux Max.
reaching 10 in the first place would have already made you one of the luckier ones, as based on another study,
What food do I
presumed that
order?
40% of everyone died before
Mackie
reaching
D's.
double digits.
Got you on third monitor, just doing some side shit. Okay, baby.
And if we factor
Sorry,
in
okay.
juveniles and infants, then it's believed that this number increases to 60%. This in turn would mean that the average
Okay,
age
yeah,
of
you have a
death
third
given
monitor, we get it.
in the study would actually be lower than 12 years, which then of course raises a whole other question
Pizza
on
or
how in the
burger,
world did
burger,
the Habilis
burger.
even manage to exist for such a long time. Perhaps the answer lies in their technology
That still was not funny, actually.
that did in
It's
fact
rude,
allow
actually.
them
It's
to
very
access
rude.
bone marrow and tough plant material.
I do say so myself.
Additionally, there is an offhand
Mom's
chance
pizza's
that a
dead,
1.7
but
million
burgers
year
still.
old windbreak, or rough hut, was built by a group of Homo habilis, which if accurate, implies that they had a way to deal with the worsening climate of their times.
Where
The
are you?
number
Oh,
game
yeah. Heartbreaking. Heartbreaking, Manji.
Also seems to have played a big part
Nando's
in
is
the miraculous
on phone. Nando's is dead.
extended survival.
If you're gonna order
as
Nando's, just order
paleontologists
Pepe.
estimate that group sizes may have reached up to 85 different members, and thus allowing for more protection and a lower chance that any given individual would have been picked off by a carnivore.
Ah, is that
Though
real?
honestly, based on everything, that didn't seem to work out too great for them. And who knows? Perhaps the extremely high
W
mortality
video,
rate
man. W
was